Are you stuck in a horrible situation where you need to influence somebody with whom you have zero credibility? Ugh. That is really an anxiety provoking situation. And unfortunately, it's one where your gut instincts will probably send you in exactly the wrong direction. So if you have to influence when you have very little credibility, don't trust your gut. Because let me tell you what your gut is going to be telling you. It's going to be telling you, talk, 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 convince them, tell them this and tell them that. And what about this? And what about that? And you are just going to blah, 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 blah. That is really bad advice. The other thing you're going to do is you're going to be trying to dig out and convince them why you are credible, but what about this? And I took this certificate and I went to this university and digging yourself out usually digs yourself further in. The other thing is you'll probably be really defensive. Why does this person not think I have credibility and they're just wrong? And so all of your gut instincts when you're trying to influence somebody with whom you don't have credibility tend to steer you in the wrong direction. You need to flip that. So the most important thing is to realize that humans, it's not so much that we like other people as much as we like people who like us. So, any way that you can demonstrate to that person that you like them, that's going to make them like you more. So, making eye contact, showing them that you are listening, really engaging with them, lots of nods or little verbal things to say, I'm listening to you. And all of that means that instead of walking in with a, here's what I think we need to do, you need to walk in with some really great questions, talking about, what do you think we need to solve for here? Asking the questions that are going to get them talking so that you have the opportunity to demonstrate to them that you are interested in their perspective on the problem. So, as you are asking these great questions, the whole idea is that you're listening for, what are they trying to solve for? What is this issue about for them? What are some of their goals that I can latch onto and talk about in my logical argument about what we're doing? And what are the measures that matter to them? It's quite likely that that person, often people that we have less credibility with, are from different departments. So they have different priorities and different goals and just different ways of thinking about the world. So as they're talking, listening for, what's the most important measure of success for them? What are they tracking? And again, moving your business case or your justification to their measures, their goals, not your own, right? So as you're doing this, asking more great questions. So, I'm in charge of picking our new ERP system. I'm really interested in, what are your experiences with ERPs in the past? The great thing about a question like that is you're going to get them telling stories. And when somebody's telling stories, they're creating their own emotional connection to the topic. As you pull out of that, oh, so it sounds like one of the things you really learned is this. We could even frame it as, so, I bet that means I need to watch out for this risk. As they see you, first of all, appreciating and taking on board the morals of the stories they're telling you, or grabbing onto their goals, their measures as the way you talk about it. Well, all of that is very ingratiating and it's very helpful when you're trying to influence somebody. So you're listening, you're empathizing with them, you're learning, you're adapting, you're iterating. And all of those things are going to make it more likely that you get more and more opportunity to make your case for the thing that you are trying to promote. And here's the other huge benefit of that, that if you go through an influence attempt with that person, getting them talking, showing that you value and are interested in their perspectives, reframing, learning from, adapting from their lessons and their advice, then the next time you have to influence that person, you're already going to have a way higher credibility bank account. So if you are in the, unenviable position of having to influence somebody with whom you don't have a lot of credibility, Do not trust your gut. I don't say that very often because your gut and your little animal brain is fighting or flighting or freezing or fawning or one of those things that's not helpful. Instead, ask great questions, get them talking, listen, iterate, learn. Those are the things that are going to make a big difference.